What if a product is completely manufactured from a vendor, okay, and then we are selling it on our name? That also happens. So for that, what are the requirements? What are the prerequisites? Like we need to see. So I'll just tell you the prerequisite. Prerequisite is definitely the subcontracting info record, okay, which we need to create. We need to create a source list. These two are the master data which are part of okay, but for our process we are going to create that today. What are the other requisites? I'll just show you right now. So we need to find a material or create a material. So I'll just take my existing material. So this is XUV 700. Okay. Before that, I'll just check if MD04 screen of XUV 700 is clear, or do we have a lot of data? Okay, so we have some data. We need to clear this up. Well, let me tell you the new process altogether. Let us create a new material. Okay, fine. We'll create a new material and then we'll go with the master data, what is required. So in the header subcontracting process, we don't need, no need of routing, right? Because we are not doing any operations. Complete process is done by vendor. Okay. What we need, BOM is required, production version is also required. Okay, so these two are required for header because we need to send the components, and for the subcontracting process we need production version. Okay, that was mandatory in ECC also, and now it is mandatory in S4HANA, right? So we need to do that. And now the question is, can we ignore routing? Because what we have seen is production version is combination of routing and BOM. Can we only enter BOM in production version without routing? Yes, we can do that. So that is also one of your interview questions. Okay, can you create a production version without routing? Yes, we can. So we are going to create /mm01, a new material. Okay, material we can say subcon finished. Material is finished good. Industry is mechanical. And now if we want to copy from any other material, we can do that. Okay, but let us not copy. Let us see. So here what we require, we need MRP views. Okay, we don't need sales views unless we are selling this option, but yes, we are going to sell this product, so we need sales view. Okay, and we also need purchasing views. Where is my purchasing view? Okay, so why my purchasing view is not coming up? Because I have chosen this as finished product. Okay, so for any raw materials, automatically I get purchasing options because that is coming from the vendor. Here this is for the finished product, it is not giving me. Okay, that is the reason it is not giving me here. Organizational data 71A, sales organization 1710, distribution channel 0010. So base unit, do you want to sell it in pieces or each? Okay, that depends upon the business. We'll just go with pieces. If we want to assign a material group, we can assign this. Then make to order, we'll make it as NORM, NOR. Basic data 2 we don't have. Division 00. So sales view and all the other views from their respective module, they will be going to create. So we can choose SAP dummy, MRP type PD, lot sizing procedure, lot for lot EX, MRP controller, we have 001. Now here is the important part, okay, the procurement type. So if you put it as X, that means I can produce in-house and I can buy from outside also. If that is a requirement, we will go ahead and maintain X. But in that case, we also need to maintain the routing. Okay, what if we are doing in-house production? I need operations, right? So I need to maintain that. But if this is the product which we say that this is my finished product, but it always goes outside, okay, then we can put it as F, as external processing. Now for the header subcontracting process, we need special procurement key, which is called as 30 subcontracting. Okay, this is by standard SAP. We have a subcontracting. We need to choose this, and then we need to give the production location 171A, where the stock will come, right? We know that. And we also need to give the storage location for EP. So what is storage location for EP? External procurement. So I have given this. This will work when we are doing in-house manufacturing, when we are doing goods receipt. This will be the location where my product will be stored. But now this is going for the external procurement. We need to maintain this. Else we need to maintain manually in the purchase order. Okay. If we don't maintain it here, it will ask us there. This can be blank. That is fine because this will come from our purchase info record. Strategy we are not going to maintain because this we are going to buy from outside. We don't need to plan this in-house. Okay. So accounting view, if we want to maintain any standard price of this final product, okay, so we can say this as 1200. Valuation class. So finished product. Okay, so we have created a subcon finished product for this. What is the next step? Next step is to create a BOM CS01. Okay, for this product BOM usage 1. We can use any components which we have earlier. Okay, so we can reuse the Alto components just for our understanding purpose. So we are going to use Alto engine, Alto tires, and Alto windshield. Okay, these three products we are going to send it to the vendor. So this is my stock item. Item category will be L. Engine is 1. Tires are 4. and windshield is 1, right? Press enter. My BOM is done and I can save it. Okay. So far any confusion? Procurement type and special procurement key is the necessary part which we need to make sure my material master is having. Next, what did I say? We need to create production version C223. Okay, we have this information. Remove this group, press enter. Subcon finished. Production version PV1, PV for subcon. Okay, we can mention that. So now we have lot size from 1 till 999. And then if you go here, we have alternative 1 and BOM usage is 1. Okay, press enter. Now if you go ahead and see towards your right hand side, my BOM group is not there. Yeah.
The lot size we also define in material management, am I right?
Within routing we have.
Sorry.
So we have lot size in the routing also.
Okay.
Okay, so we can control it from here or we can control it from routing.
Okay, it means that I mean it will overwrite wherever we have at the least level of the data setup.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your question.
Consider we are setting up at the material level, even at the PV level. So if the material level we are,
So material level we don't have a lot size. Material master does not have a lot size.
okay.
So why we are maintaining lot size? Just to recap this. So if I have a requirement that I have alternative BOMs and alternative groups, okay, that can be controlled by production version that we have seen, right? Now my requirement is that automatically if I create an order between 1 to 100, this particular combination should be picked up. If I'm creating order of 200 to 400, automatically this combination should be picked up. Okay, the alternative combination should be picked up. So based upon the lot size, if I enter 200 or 400, automatically my BOM and the group which I'm maintaining here will be picked up in my production. So that is the work of lot size.
Okay. If that is the case for the material subcon fin, I'm having two different BOM structure, and I have two different alternate BOM. I can use underneath of a single production version.
You have to create one more line item here.
Even with the BOM structure is different. Even though I can create.
Yeah. So when you create two different alternatives, okay, so alternative will have either color difference, okay, or any parts difference, correct? Yes. So you are maintaining alternate. First of all, you need to maintain it in the BOM. If you go and create a BOM again for subcon fin, it will ask you that you are creating alternative 2. Then you enter the components what is required in alternative 2. Okay, then you maintain the subcontracting option here, okay, as line item 2. Enter your details and put 2 alternative 2 and then usage is 1. So you can create 2 line items.
Okay.
Or you can create 3 also. The system does not stop you to create any number of alternatives. Okay, so if you have 3 alternatives, you can create 3 production version lines under one subcon fin only.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Welcome. So we'll do a consistency check. So it says that your BOM exists, though I have not entered any routing. So it is still fine. It is going ahead. Okay, and let us save this. So in the saving, we don't get anything. So system is saved. That's all. Go back. Okay, so this completes our material master, BOM, and our production version. Okay, now what is the next requirement from the master data point of view? We need to create a purchasing info record, which is ME11. So supplier, we can give this because we know that we have used a subcontracting supplier, material, purchasing organization, and plant, right? And we need to choose subcontracting here. Press enter. So it says it is procured internally because why? We don't have a purchasing view. So system is understanding that this is in-house, but that should be fine because we maintain the procurement type, okay, as F. That is fine. This is just a warning. Press enter. Now here you have the informations. Press again enter. Now you have the planned delivery time, right? So planned delivery time, if you say 5 days, a vendor will take to create this material, we can do that. Now this will depend upon the client, like they will give us the input that how much time a vendor takes because they have the agreement. Based upon the agreement, team will create this purchasing info record. Okay, standard quantity is 1, and what is the price he's charging? So we are selling this product for 1200 pieces from our end. Okay, maybe he's charging 900 and we are keeping our margin. Here we have that conversion factor also. If we have this is sold as each, but we are maintaining as piece, we can maintain it here also, like we did it in the material master. Okay, so I'm not going to fill more details, just press enter. Quotations not required, nothing, and save it. So my subcontracting with 233 is saved. Okay, purchasing info record for a subcontracting for this particular material, 233 is saved. Now what we need to do is I have to create a source list.
If you don't mind, can you query that purchasing info record one more time, please?
Yeah. So if I go to change, okay, press enter. So we have the information and the main part is purchasing organization data 1 here. Okay, so here this is having what? This is having a supplier. So whatever information you have maintained in the supplier, which is part of sales team, okay, so supplier is also one of the master data, like we are creating BOM and routing, right? So once they create a supplier, this information will automatically pop up if they have maintained during creation. Okay, if not, they can enter manually. But what we need to understand is purchasing organization data 1 view. So what is this exactly? Okay, what is purchasing info record? If you want to understand in simple terms, purchasing info record is a combination of your supplier plus a material and the agreements what you are having here. So whatever agreements you are having, you are maintaining a record of it so that automatically your terms, okay, this 5 days, your money, right, your amount, your delivery time, whatever is there maintained will automatically getting picked up in purchase requisition, which will be further picked up to a purchasing order, okay, PO. Else we have seen that we are going to maintain manually each and everything. But if you maintain it here in the purchase info record, it will be a combination of a supplier and a material. Then automatically whatever you have maintained here will be picked up during purchase requisition creation.
Okay. So here the UOM conversion we are defining even at the purchase info record and again in the material master. So to have the UOM conversion here, is it mandatory as a preset we should have in material management? No. Okay.
No. So it depends on the conditions, right? If a material is produced in pieces but you are selling it in cases, okay, so one case can have 5 materials. In my case, my product was like that, okay. So we are producing kebabs in pieces, but we are selling it in a box, which is like a 6-piece box or a 12-piece box, or they were calling it as case. So then this factor was maintained in the material master. Okay, so 6 piece is equal to 1 box. You have to maintain this, and this is not our responsibility, this is team responsibility. But as we are new to SAP, we need to understand this, where it is maintained and how it is maintained. Okay, so that will be maintained in the additional data of material master. So here, even if you don't maintain, you maintain it in the material master, that is also fine. All right, so that is done. ME01. So we have source list. The source list is what? I'm getting material and I'm getting plant. Okay. Press enter. Now I have the option of giving valid from and valid to date. Say for example, this material can be provided by 2 different suppliers. Okay. So I have 2 different vendors. Then I can maintain the validity of that here. That okay, this supplier can be valid for 1 year and this supplier can be valid from the next year, okay, or maybe six months. Like that you can maintain a validity here. So system understands that even if the purchasing info record is getting picked up but valid date is not available here for that particular supplier, it will stop and say that valid from date is expired or it is not available. That's why it is important. So we can give current date 30/05/2022 and valid till, we can maintain it as, so one supplier we can maintain it as infinity 12999. Supplier we can copy from there ME13. This is my supplier. Purchasing organization 1710. This is not required. This is not required. Agreement I guess will be my purchase info record. Mm. One minute. Yeah, this is not required. Okay, so now why I'm giving MRP here? Okay, we have option of MRP here. All right, so why this is important is the question. If what will happen now, what is the sequence of flow? That I'm going to enter the this thing, demand for this. Okay, so if my demand will not allow, then I will go ahead and maintain the strategy also, because demand flow is maintained by the strategy. Now the question is, I have demand of 100 materials, okay, 100 subcontracting finished material. I will give the demand, MRP will run. So automatically what I want is MRP should create me a purchase requisition, okay, based upon my procurement type, because I'm going to send this outside, correct? If I want my MRP to consider and create me a purchase requisition, I need to select here record relevant to MRP. If I don't do that, MRP will not consider this and it will not produce me a purchase requisition. Okay, that's why it is important, and automatically my this thing info record will be also picked up, because we have maintained the info record. Else a purchase acquisition will be created, but my info record information will not be there. Okay, so that's why we need to create, we need to put this MRP indicator here. Press enter and then save. So we have created our material master. Yeah, tell me.
If you have, I mean, multiple source to, to procure, or if I want to provide the ranking, that the priority, I have to go with supplier 1, if not only then supplier 2. So do we have such option here for source list?
Maybe there would be, but not that I am aware of. Maybe that is activity. Okay.
Okay.
I'm not aware of that part. I'm sure there should be something like that. Okay, but nothing in my knowledge.
Okay, even we cannot, any idea, can we provide the percentage of the material to supplier A and supplier B, something?
Okay, so yeah, now based upon this question, I can answer that we have quota arrangement. Okay, there is a term in SAP called quota. Okay, so quota arrangement can give you the facility to use different vendors, depends upon the percentage also, that okay, I want to give 50% to this vendor and 50% to another vendor, then the quota arrangement has to be maintained.
Okay,
Right,
got it.
so there is definitely an option of quota arrangement. If I find any document regarding the quota arrangement, I'll WhatsApp you. Okay, all of you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
Sure. So now with this, we have done with our material master data required for executing the process. Okay, let me just see MD61. I think I'll get error. Yeah, because my strategy is not maintained. If I need to enter my demand, so I'll just maintain this strategy as 10. Save. $61. Okay, now here in the June month, we are going to say as 100 pieces. All right, press enter and save it. This is done. Now let us go ahead and see MD04. So we have got our requirement as LSF, because 10 is LSF. The other thing is we need to see the components are available or not. Auto engine. So we have so many purchase acquisitions, but our stock is 0. Okay, so we'll just modify a little bit of these, or we can upload our stock. That is also fine. We'll do that. Okay, /o migo. So for 100 cars, we need 100 of engines and 400 of tires and 100 of windshield. So we are going to go and do goods issue 561, material, auto, VXI, quantity, sorry, not auto, VXI, auto engine, quantity required is 100, where 1710, storage location is 17, C for raw material, and then I can click on this arrow and I can enter my other requirements in the same screen. Auto tires, quantity 400. Next, windshield, right? Windshield. Quantity we need 100. There, plant is 1710. And storage location 171C. Now we can click on check. Now we can post. So with this, we know that we have enough stock. If I refresh, I have stock, correct? So with this, I can go ahead and run MRP. MRP will now check that if you have stock, we have stock, that's fine. And for the finished product that we have demand, then it will create a purchase acquisition. Subcon fin and refresh. Here we don't have any line item. Let us run MRP on this. MD01 in. All BOM order components put as a regenerative, scheduling 1, and planning mode as 1. Okay, press enter and execute. Okay, let us refresh the MD04 screen. We got one purchase acquisition. So if we have chosen E, okay, then automatically it will give me a planned order because this is my finished product. I'm supposed to produce this, manufacture this. But now we are saying that this is a subcon material. It will go to a vendor. It is giving me a purchase acquisition. Now if I go ahead and see what I see, I can see my vendor is there, correct? Because we have maintained the purchasing info record. If I go ahead and see, my material group automatically got created. Quantities came because we maintained the demand. Okay, source of supply, my info record is available here, what we created. Okay, if I want to see the components, I can go to master data tab and click on components. I can see engine, tires, and windshield is there. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to convert this purchase acquisition to a purchase order. All right, so what will happen, this will go to a vendor and then we need to do the goods receipt and bring the stock back in. Any confusion so far?
No, good.
Yeah, let us do one more thing. Okay, I told you about MRP indicator. Let us see. I know it should not consider, but let me also test. ME02. What was the transaction? ME01, ME03. Okay, so if I remove this indicator, any stock damages where we can find out after goods issue. Rajesh, can you elaborate a little bit of your question, please?
goods issue, some of the cases damages will be there, right, on raw materials or SFG. So stock will be returned, right, by that time. So then where we can find out it?
So the stock we are giving to the vendor, you mean like the windshield is broken or something like that?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, we can do additional goods issue. Okay. So what is the movement type of sending the stock to the vendor is 541. That automatically happens when we are doing stock transfer to the vendor. Okay, that step we are going to do again. So it is stock transfer 541 movement type. Now if the vendor says that during your stock transit I got maybe 2 windshields broken out of 100. Okay, in that case what we can do is we can resend, but definitely it will increase our lead time, okay, to get the finished product, because now we are sending it. Or we can ask him that you can start your production, but that will not be captured in the this thing, SAP. Okay, so we can say that okay, you have 98, you can start your production, and meanwhile we'll transfer 2 more, because it has to go from our system to vendor. We need to keep a track. We'll do 541 again so that it will be captured subcontracting stock. So I have removed the MRP indicator, okay, from there. Now let me go back and run MRP once again. So this was 616. So my purchase requisition 616 is now updated as 1643. Now do you see this vendor is not there? Earlier I showed you vendor was there. If I go here in the display mode, I don't see info record. I don't see anything else, right? This thing is there, subcon material is there because it is coming from my material text. I see the components, right? But what will happen if I convert this to a purchase order? My details of my rate, what my vendor is going to charge, I need to enter the vendor manually. Those things will happen manually. So why it happened? Because in the source list, I did not say that this is MRP relevant. Okay, so that means everything will be entered manually. So if I again put as 1, save it. So this is, one of the support tickets that this will come to the purchasing team, but just for our understanding, that why this did not take the vendor information or my the info record information was my source list is not having MRP indicator. I'll run MRP again. Refresh, and then again I get my vendor information and the dates. Okay, so this dates, the calculation, everything will be not there. If you have noticed, this purchase acquisition went up, right? We have given 5 days, so it has considered those dates, and it's giving me a delivery date also, considering those planned delivery time. And if I go inside, my rates will be there, okay, that will be charged because we have maintained those in info record. So what we need to do next is create it to a purchase order. Why this is missing? Because of purchasing view. Okay, purchasing group. we can maintain as 001 or 000. That's all. Document overview off, and then check. So if I see, I don't see any messages. Okay, my supplier automatically came up, my delivery time also came up, and we have maintained as 900 USD. This particular vendor is going to charge us, is automatically available. If this is not there, we need to maintain these all manually, which will be a tedious task always in all the POs. Okay, and those will be also not MRP relevant. Bill of material is there, my plant is there. This is production storage location. Let us see if it is asking for the location or not. Okay, this is not available. Why this is not available? Because this will not be maintained in the engine, okay, or the material master of engine, tires and all. Let us see if it will ask or not. Click on save. Refresh. So I got this PO. So what is my next step? Next step after getting PO created is we need to send the raw materials to the vendor. Okay, that is with Migo. We have Migo here, yes, and we need to choose transfer posting. Okay, purchase order, give the purchase order number, press enter. Okay, so here Rajesh is your answer that we are doing auto engine, right? It is going as a subcontracting stock. So for the windshield, if it is something happened, like 2 windshields are broken, then we need to do manually for this. Okay, 541, and we need to send it as a subcontracting stock to this vendor, 2 more additional items. So here we get all the information that auto tires and auto windshield is going to the vendor. Now click on check. So I told you, right, it will ask me for the storage location because it was not available in the PO. The system does not understand that where the stock should be. He knows, the system understands the stock requirement that I need 100 pieces, 400 pieces and 100 pieces, but storage location was missing. So that's fine, we can enter it here. 171C, 171C and 171C. Now if I click on check again, now I get green mark. Okay, I can click on post. What happened? 1 minute. Okay, so how do we know that the stock has been gone? You can verify from /mmbe. Okay, this is my stock overview. If I put auto engine and execute, I can see stock provided to the vendor is 100 quantity. Okay, and unrestricted stock is null right now. Okay, so similarly, if you want to see the other products, you can enter here and click on this button. So you will be able to see rather than going back, enter and then again execute. So auto windshield stock provided to the vendor is 100 quantity. Okay, what is our next step? Next step is it will take time. Okay, and then whenever the vendor is ready, the next step would be again going to the Migo and then say goods receipt, that I'm receiving the product from the vendor, okay, against this purchase order. Press enter. What will be the goods receipt movement type? 101. Okay, so 541 is my stock sending to the vendor. When I'm receiving, it will be 101 along with 531. Sorry, 543. Okay. So what is 543? Like I mentioned, it is similar to our operation subcontracting. 543 is consumption of the raw materials which we have sent to the subcontracting vendor. Okay, he is consuming this stock of my windshield, my engine, and it is giving me a final product with 101 movement type. Any questions, any doubts so far? Then I'll click on post. Okay. What is our next step? Next step is it will take time. Okay. And then whenever the vendor is ready, the next step would be again going to the Migo and then say goods receipt that I'm receiving the product from the vendor. Okay, against this purchase order. Press enter. What will be the goods receipt movement type? 101. Okay, so 541 is my stock sending to the vendor. When I'm receiving, it will be 101 along with 531. Sorry, 543. Okay, so what is 543? Like I mentioned, it is similar to our operation subcontracting. 543 is consumption of the raw materials which we have sent to the subcontracting vendor. Okay, he is consuming this stock of my windshield, my engine, and it is giving me a final product with 101 movement type. Any questions, any doubts so far? Then I'll click on post. Okay, so my document number is posted. That means my subcontracting process is completed. Okay, now let us refresh the subcon fin. What I can see is I'm able to see the stock of 100 quantities which is provided by the vendor. Okay, now if I want to go ahead and see the movement types which are involved, I can go in MB51 and just execute. Okay, I can see movement type 803 which is just posted of 100 pieces is completed. All right, and if I want to it's already expanded. If I select this line, I can see 543 movement type, which is consumption of my raw material, is also done. Okay, so this process is completed of subcontracting header material. If you have any questions, please ask me. Thank you so much.